I think the name speaks for itself. We're talking a no-bake caramel apple cheesecake bar with a Biscoff pecan crust. I think I got it all in there. It's basically just a fusion of all the best fall flavors. My next guest calls it her go-to dessert this time of year. Cake artist Courtney Rich sharing all the goodness. We've been talking about the fallness and this recipe.
It's my favorite time of year for baking.
I can tell.
It's just the best.
Your eyes are just lighting up.
I just get so excited. And this one especially, it really is my go-to because it's easy to put together, doesn't even require an oven, and is delicious, the most important part.
I love it. Easy, without an oven.
Yep.
Yeah.
And it's a showstopper. And it starts with this really delicious Biscoff pecan crust. So I've already crushed up my Biscoff cookies, so speculoos also work. I'm gonna add some sugar, the pecans are in there. We're gonna mix that up, and this is just gonna be stuck together here in a minute from our butter. So we just have some melted butter that we'll add here, and this is gonna form our crust. And it sticks together beautifully, and you can kind of make this and then put it in the freezer or the fridge even while you're working on some of the other elements. But that's gonna get stuck together here, so I'm gonna just keep stirring that, and I'm gonna move you on to the filling. So this is like our cheesecake filling, but we're not baking it. So there's no eggs or anything in there. This is cream cheese and some sugar. I've mixed that really well with the beater, and then I'm gonna have you fold in some heavy whipping cream. That's just gonna lighten the texture just a little bit so it doesn't feel so dense.
You have to be very
You fold right in here. Yeah, pour that in there, and then you will just mix, and then I'm gonna pour the crust in our 8x8 pan. You can use a 9x9 pan, you could do a cheesecake pan, so you can release the sides. So that's gonna be our filling. So no baking for that cheesecake flavor. We've got that because we have the cream cheese in there, we have the whipping cream. So continue to just fold that a little bit more. Let's get that mixed, and I actually need to mix this some more. I don't even need to spray the pan either because we aren't baking it. It is not gonna get stuck. We have all this butter in there.
Simplified to a T.
I don't know about you, but I love a thick crust. Can we just have a moment for the crust to filling ratio here? Tamra,
it's a masterpiece.
Thank you.
Okay, you need to let us in.
I'm gonna pat my back on.
You need to let us in on the secret then. How do you make it so the crust just stays intact?
Okay, so we really have to press firmly down. This is gonna be our crust. Yep. And then this is a great one to make ahead of time. We do want it to sit in the fridge for like overnight would be awesome. Because then everything gets nice and cold, and we're gonna just...
So if you wanna make it the night before for a party or something, you're good to go.
You pour this on top, and then we love a homemade salted caramel sauce. And I've made my kind of apple pie filling. So just green apples with brown sugar, some butter. That caramelizes, and that's gonna go on top once we spread everything in here. So let's look at that. Now it's light and fluffy. It's not gonna be too dense, not too heavy. You're gonna wanna eat the entire thing, right? Isn't that gorgeous? We'll just take a little offset icing spatula. You could use a spoon to spread it out. Look how quickly that comes together, right? And so I love making the homemade caramel sauce. It's actually so easy to do over the stove, but if you need to, you can totally get a store-bought caramel sauce. But just adding that little extra caramel, on the top just gives it such a great flavor.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, so look at that. We're gonna just put all our dirty dishes in there. You have to have a bite, by the way.
All right.
You've got to give that a try.
You don't have to tell me twice.
Sorry, I get bossy in here. When I've got food to share, I am gonna make you eat it. Now, what do you think?
Fall goodness right here.
You have the warmth of the Biscoff and the pecans, plus
I'm taking 2 bites.
all
it's not good.
the apple on top. Let's add some of this caramel, drizzle this. And then I would put this in the fridge overnight, or at least for an afternoon to just really set.
How long in the fridge?
Overnight would be great,
overnight,
but if you have at least like a few hours, that'd be great too.
I can tell this is one of your favorites.
Yeah, I even turned it into a cake. So we have the bars and we have the cake version.
All right, so how do we get in touch with you and follow you and all that good stuff?
I'm Cake by Courtney on Instagram, and then cakebycourtney.com has all my recipes, my books, but you'll find it online too.
You're fabulous. It's so good to meet you in person.